Hello from Stockport in Manchester. It is currently about 7:10 on Saturday the 24th of August, and today, as you probably guessed from the title and thumbnail, something rather interesting is happening. There's HST Class 43 trains running on the Stockport Stanley Bridge line, calling at one of Britain's Vishsu stations. So, as I mentioned in the title, Reddish South is one of Britain's Vishsu stations. In fact, I believe it's the fourth Vishsu station in 2022-2023 across the UK. And it's very uncommon for Reg South to get more than 2 trains a week, because only 2 trains a week between Staley Bridge and Stockport to Staley Bridge actually call at Reg South, and they're usually class 1x6s. So to actually have a 8-carriage HST with 2 power cars is very rare to see, so I thought I'd come and document it. So what we'll do is jump on the train, head to Reddish South, and we'll sort of discuss more stuff on the way. So let's go. So we just left Stockport on the Class 43 HST, and we're only going 1 stop to Reddish South. And it's not going to be a super long journey, I think maybe 5 or 6 minutes. But you might be asking, how does an 8-car with 2 power car HST stop at Reddish South? Well, I believe certain carriages are only going to open at Reddish South, but we'll see how that goes when we get there. The one thing I love about these HSTs is they've got the old slam doors. If you might have not seen, but back in last September, I was fortunate to be on the last cross country HST from Sheffield to Wakefield, and they had the power sliding doors, not the slam doors. And if I'm correct in saying, these HSTs are the ex-East Midlands trains HSTs that came off the East Midland Main Line, not the East Midland Main, the Midland Main Line, in around 2020, 2021. I will put the actual Class 43 tractions on screen now, because I don't know what they are. And what have we got here? We've got 156 passengers as well. But we're just going out of Stockport on the way to Reddish South.
We got low red flag. 3.5 hours from it.
Is it already traffic coming up and back?
So I'm in the front half of the train, and to get off at Reddish South you've got to be on the front coach, because the platforms are very, very, very short. So once you get off at Reddish South, I'll actually explain some very, very fascinating facts about Reddish South.
Down that end, it's the direction you face the panel.
Still just the same with this then, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we're here at Reddish South, and you can very clearly see you can only fit 2 coaches on there, and if I turn around you can very clearly see the rest of the train is basically non-existently on the platform. There is also, right at the end, if I cut some B-roll shot, you can actually see that the power car actually goes into the part of the platform which is fenced off. So we'll watch this train go, and I'll talk to you about something very interesting here at one of Britain's Vishsu stations, on one of Britain's Vishsu lines. So as you can see, there is just a single platform here at Reddish South, and it used to have two platforms, with the old platform which used to be an iron platform on that side, and there used to also be one on that side. And you can actually see, if I cut to some B-roll, the tunnel where the old tracks used to run on that side. It is a very nice quiet station and usually doesn't have a lot of people here on a Saturday morning, but as it's a one-off charter service, it is quite unique. But what I'm going to also do is I'm going to go to the other least used station in Britain, and that actually is Britain's least used station, which is Denton, which is one stop up the line. And because I'm doing this on a Saturday morning, I can actually get a train. Give or take, Northern doesn't become lastminute.com and cancels it. So because that train's not for another hour, what I'm going to do is slightly cheat, and I'm actually going to get two buses up one stop to Denton, and hopefully I'll have a look and see what's there, and we'll catch the train back down to Stockport. So I think what I'm going to do is go and get the bus to Denton, and I'll catch you guys when we get there. But one thing before we go is it's got a beautiful station sign here in a very British Rail totem-esque style, which I like. So on to Denton, let's go. And I'll actually explain the charter service once we get there too, because actually I haven't mentioned that yet. So while I'm waiting for the bus to head to Denton, I thought I'd quickly come up here and show you this. Just on the road bridge over Denton Station, you can actually see that line is single track. I believe it's only single track between Denton and just before Stockport. And I believe it was single back in the 1980s, with British Rail just depriving the line completely. And I believe under B Network's railway plans, because yes, B Network are going to do a bit of a London Overground sort of scenario up here in Manchester, but hopefully B Network will give Denton and Reg South a much improved station service of maybe hopefully at least an hourly service. So let's head to Denton. So, 2 buses later, and I am now here at Britain's least used station, which is Denton. So, I'm sort of praying that Northern doesn't cancel the train, but you never know. Oh, there you go. That's Denton. So that was sort of unexpected, seeing another charter train run through the Stockport Stadium Bridge line. I believe that one was going all the way up to Carlisle. I think it's a West Coast Railways charter. I'm not entirely sure on what exact train that was, but I did forget that was also in the plan, and the fact that I got here and I saw that was quite rare. So Denton is actually Britain's least used station, and give or take, it's Britain's least used station. Northern have actually given it a bit of care and attention by retarmacking the platform and actually having flower beds, which is really nice. I don't know if it was Northern that put the flower beds in it, but it might be in the station community group. I'm not entirely sure, but if you do know, let me know in the comments. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about Denton. But yeah. So what I'm going to do is, and I give or take that Northern doesn't cancel it at the very last second, but I believe the Stockport Stadium Bridge stopping service by Northern is expected to run, so we should hopefully get that at around 8:42, and we're going to ride that all the way down to Stockport, and then we'll potentially might end the video there, and I might come up to Guybridge. So actually after this video I will have ticked off every station on the Stockport Stadium Bridge line, but it's not the only parliamentary line I've ticked off this week. I've ticked off the rest of the stations on the Nottingham to Goole parliamentary line in Yorkshire, and there is a video about that coming later on in the pipeline, so stay tuned for that. It was a very interesting day, and I forgot to also mention, I think it was Monday, I was filming a video for Here Today Yorkshire series, and I actually saw a charter train go through one of the stations there, so I'll put a clip of that on the screen now. and I believe it was a steam train with like Orient Express carriages, and then just a random intercity carriage in the middle of it, which is quite interesting. But yes, I've sort of seen every type of generational train this week, which I've seen the steam, seen the HSTs, and I've obviously been on the modern stuff. But yeah, it's been a bit of a train-filled week for me. But two of those you'll probably see in future videos. So enough of me wittering on here at Denton. What I'm going to just quickly do is actually explain why this charter train we're running. So as it starts to spit here, Manchester, it's always going to rain. We've just got about 10 minutes before the train comes through to head down to Stockport, where I'll finish this video. And one thing I've yet to mention is why the charter train was running. So the charter train is by Retro Rail Tours, and they were class 43 carriages, and they're running from Crewe over to Edinburgh. I think it gets into Edinburgh about 12 o'clock, and then it leaves about 3 o'clock and returns all the way back down to Crewe via the same route. And the route it takes is quite interesting because it leaves Crewe, goes up to Stockport, then up to Stockport and Stained Bridge line, through Denton up to Stained Bridge, joins onto the Huddersfield line and crosses the Pennines to Huddersfield, and then continues onwards towards Wakefield, Kirkgate, and then goes direct all the way to Edinburgh via York and Castleford. I said that in the wrong order, but there we go. And I'm going to be really quick because it is now really starting to come down with rain. So I'll catch up and summarise at Stockport. So now we've just left Reddish South and we're just about to join back onto the main line into Stockport and cross the Stockport Viaduct. And I just thought this is the perfect time for me to end this video here, because I'm literally going to jump off, jump back on, or just stay on the train and then head up to Guy Bridge to go back to station, because I like doing this thing called station ticket. So that is pretty much it. You've seen class 43 HSTs at Reddish South on the Stockport Stained Bridge line, a charter train that's going up to Carlisle that looks like a Orient Express, and well, a northern train that actually runs and stops. So I think the Stockport and Stained Bridge line is getting more passenger service today than any other day of the year. Just shows that people do use this line. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If there's anything I've not mentioned in this video, don't forget to leave it down in the comments. But from in between Reg South and Stockport, until the next time, see you later. Bye.
Stockport, where this train turns. Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please remain vigilant.